I hope that's at a good volume.
What? Oh no! And I told Ricky to say yes to everything today, and this may be his no day. Oh. What did I do with today's paper? Oh no!
What's
Oh.
my,
Okay, find that horoscope. Here it is. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. But it says, this is not your day. Danger lurks everywhere. It's alone full of lonely nasty. Don't agree to anything. Oh my goodness. Oh, poor Ricky. How
okay.
could he get on his list on a no day? He shouldn't even go to the barbers.
And then I just sat down too. Hey, I'm not, kind of. I just emptied the slow cooker. I tried it out, and I'm trying out the stew that I made. The dry air is giving me nosebleeds lately. Got this for later for desserts. So I prepared my vegetable soup. It's already made. I have like a little flap of dried blood from a nosebleed I had earlier from the dry air, and it's like vibrating in my nose. Oh god, it's bad. Now, I need to find something to stand my phone. I need a phone stand is what I need. Always turn to my kitchen for everything. That speaks volumes about me. You know, I'll stand you all up on some pesto, presto. Hey, Drunk Squad. So, my vegetable soup is already made. Yeah, that works. Cool. Of course, now you won't be able to see the whole table layout. Trying to get the right.
Nick, what?
Ooh, you know what?
Just as a matter of idle curiosity,
Boom.
who's Mr. Merriweather?
Well, I guess there's no harm in telling you. He's one of the biggest theatrical producers in town. And he's gonna phone me in
Have it already.
and offer me a job in one of his next shows. Isn't that wonderful?
Boy, oh, what?
Honey, this thing comes through, all our worries are over. You can have anything that you
Oh,
ever
I
want.
already got the
I'm gonna
soup.
buy you the biggest diamond ring in
What
town.
I did was I put a whole bunch of canned food, just dumped it all in the slow cooker and let it do its thing for over a day, and got this gumbo here. I'm watching I Love Lucy, but it's about to go
Oh,
off
Ricky,
for a
this is
moment.
terrible.
Copyright, they're gonna get me. They're coming to take me away, haha. Huh? 9 hours ago? Oh, hell yeah.
The human brain is a survival supercomputer,
New Darwin
but
Awards.
sometimes it gets a virus called a root
I
virus.
love me some Darwins.
Tonight we're exploring 10 criminal
Now I
cases
need
of
to
that
get some
virus.
iced tea.
This isn't just a list. It's a post-mortem on the final moments of human logic. Quick legal note. These are exhibits, not instructions. Do not try this at home. 1. The obsessive pursuit of the perfect body has long been a fertile breeding ground for dangerous and bizarre fads. In a chic,
That's all to be
fashion-forward
caffeinated as all get
a
out.
woman named Sophia
Probably
was
bitter
locked in a
too,
desperate losing battle with her
because
own self-image.
I
She
I
tried
just
every
poured
modern
water
diet,
in over the
keto
tea
to
bags
paleo,
that have already been in there.
friendly exercise regimen, from CrossFit to hot yoga.
Actually,
Yet the results were
it's
always
not
agonizingly
sweet,
slow.
not sweet,
A
sweet,
minor
but
victory in a war she felt
it's got a little
passionate
bit of a
about.
sweetness. It's
She
very
craved a
refreshing. I
silver
like it.
bullet, a forgotten secret that could deliver the effortless glamour she saw in
Damn.
old movies. One
Good.
sun-drenched afternoon, while exploring a cluttered
Milk
antique
is a
shop,
dessert
she
drink.
found it.
Well, it's gonna
Tucked
be
away in a
because
dusty corner was a
after I finish this.
box containing a vintage set of
Oh my god.
from the 1950s. The packaging was a
More
masterpiece of
albinos, but
retro
albino
featuring
Oreos.
illustrations of impossibly slender women smiling with pure, unadulterated joy.
Oreos,
The box promised a
Oreo,
miraculous atomic age with
Grand
blended
Press,
using what it called
granola bar. I'm just
radiation.
eating everything.
Sophia was utterly captivated. She saw not a piece of outdated junk, but a lost key to a more elegant time. She purchased the cell.
Add sugar? No,
thrill of a treasure
there's no
hunt
sugar.
just found
Well,
a
there
secret
is
map.
sugar in here. So let me explain. I was watching my Golden Girls marathon, and I was thinking that I was under the impression that I could just watch it all the way through, and whether Dennis approved or not. So I made this iced tea with an entire box of tea bags, and I didn't want to throw them all away after one use, so they're still in the pitcher, and I just poured water in over top of it, and it still had some sugar in it. But now it's a lot more calm and mellow tasting than it was before. Mew's here. Where's Mew?
Blinded by the promise of a quick fix and the allure of vintage charm, began her new regimen of religious devotion. She wore the belts for hours every day, tightly strapped against her skin, feeling a pleasant, persistent warmth
Now,
that she joyfully interpreted
it's going to be hot because it's been in a slow cooker all day, and I haven't tried it yet. I want to be close to my food, but I want to be in view of the camera. I'm going to eat Japanese style. Who says I can't?
A fact that only reinforced her belief in the
My
best
old
efforts.
bones, that's who.
But this weight loss was accompanied by a growing, unshakable fatigue,
That works.
persistent nausea, and a strange metallic taste. in
Now
her
I'm
mouth.
sitting here like a Japanese
These
person.
alarming symptoms as her body detoxing, a common and dangerous piece of
No.
pseudoscience. In reality, her
I've always
body was
lived Japanese
difficult
style
as
in
it
houses
succumbed to acute
because
radiation poisoning.
I was raised
Constant
to
close-range bombardment
remove
of
my
alpha
shoes
and
at
gamma
the door of
particles
any
was
house. I never
systematically
walk
shredding
it.
her DNA,
Does anybody else do that?
and causing her internal systems
Or
to fail.
were my
The
parents
very
just
device
weird?
she believed was perfecting her from the outside
Has anybody
was
ever heard of
remarkably
taking your
unmaking
shoes
her
off
from
when
the
you go to
inside.
somebody's house?
She had strapped on a relic from a dangerously naive past, hoping for a beautiful future. But all she had done was give herself a fatal, intimate dose
Bacon
of
bits
forgotten
or ranch?
medicine.
God, I wish I had
In the
ranch.
vast
Bacon? I don't know. I'm
landscapes
not
of rural Brazil, a
too
man
impressed
named
over
Marco
bacon.
lived by a simple, if brutally flawed philosophy. If you
Golden
can't
hot.
afford it, you could probably just take it. His latest target was the massive oil
Mm.
pipeline that snaked across the countryside near his home.
This ain't bad.
A steel artery carrying a
In
rich
fact, it's really good. Kind of tastes like gumbo a little bit.
prices at an all-time high. Marco saw this pipeline not as a piece of critical national infrastructure,
Very
but as a
good.
personal, all-you-can-drink buffet of free energy. His plan was a testament to his audacity and his complete,
Yeah.
almost poetic ignorance of industrial.
I've seen a lot of people wearing shoes
He was
inside
going to illegally
residences.
tap the line. His toolkit for this high-stakes act of piracy was as crude as his understanding of hydraulics. A heavy-duty industrial drill powered by a portable generator, and a clumsy
I never wear
short
shoes. Like,
scavenged pipes
if I'm
of
going to
rusty
visit
gate
somebody
he planned to
and I go to their house,
He chose a remote, secluded
I mean, if
section
it's a
of
man,
the
all my clothes come off eventually, but at the door, my shoes
and
come off.
began his assault. The pipeline's thick, reinforced steel wall, designed to withstand immense pressure
this is
and
good.
corrosion, fought back. It
Very
took
hot.
hours of grueling, sweat-soaked effort, the drill screaming in protest. But
And my
finally,
legs
he
are
felt the
cramping out.
jet break through.
I'm 35, I
A
can't
tiny
do this shit.
triumphant trickle of
On the
black,
ground.
viscous
Ow.
crude oil seeped from the hole.
Right.
He had done it.
So I'm gonna fit after him.
He imagined his victory, the endless supply of free fuel,
Something here.
the money he would
A water
save.
bottle.
But his moment of triumph lasted less than a second. He had fundamentally, catastrophically misunderstood the nature of what he was dealing with. This
Well,
wasn't
that
a main
works.
barrel.
Kind
It
of.
was a major
Kinda,
industrial
sorta.
pipeline, a system that moves oil at a mind-boggling pressure of over 1,000 pounds per square inch, PSI. The small, seemingly insignificant
That works.
hole he had so
Oh,
proudly
much
built
better.
became
Much
an
better
immediate point
placement.
of
I like that.
catastrophic failure. The trickle of oil instantly
And that's
transformed
just a
into
bottle of
gas.
water doing that.
A solid, high-pressure stream of crude oil erupted from the hole with the explosive, concussive force of a cannonball.
Yes.
The jet, thick and heavy as liquid asphalt, struck
Captain,
him squarely
well,
in the
it kind of
chest,
turned out to be
equivalent
a
to being
gumbo.
hit by a speeding car. He was lifted off his
And it's
feet
very good.
thrown backward with
And this iced
unimaginable
tea,
violence. His body
it came
erupted
from my,
into the black geyser
my
that
tea
had
bags, cause there was a whole bunch of tea bags that just, I'm not gonna just use them all at once. If I'm gonna throw them all into a pitcher.
His ambitious plan to steal a bit of oil had instead released a powerful.
And this is the best iced tea I've ever tasted in my life. It's not too sweet, not too bitter, and it's very refreshing.
Oil continued to gush high into the air,
And not too flavorful and not too
and
bland.
his fatal underestimation of the power he was trying to tame. 3. In the sun-drenched, often paradoxical world of online wellness influencers, an Australian guru named Freya was a rising star.
Maybe so.
She had built a significant and
But
devoted
I'm all for it
following
tomorrow,
on a
so.
platform of radical dietary purity. Freya was a fruitarian, a fervent believer that the key to ultimate health, spiritual
Live a little, you
enlightenment,
know?
and ageless beauty was a diet consisting solely and exclusively of raw fruit.
Very
To
good.
her thousands of followers, she was a prophet, a glowing, ethereal being who had unlocked the secrets of nature.
The chicken in there doesn't taste like chicken anymore. It tastes very gamey.
Curated tapestry of exotic fruit platters, rainbow-colored smoothies, and photos of her own increasingly gaunt frame, which she and her followers interpreted as the ultimate sign of detoxification and purity.
If I had all that
She
stuff,
preached with absolute
I would
conviction
definitely
that
throw
food
some
was
stuff in like that.
humanity's intended food, a perfect, self-contained
But
nutritional
no
package
buffalo sauce.
that rendered all other foods obsolete and toxic. For years, she lived by her own extreme doctrine. Her daily intake consisted of nothing but massive quantities of fruit, from bananas and melons to more exotic fare like
Understood.
durian and jackfruit. What Freya, in her zealous crusade for purity, failed to comprehend was the complex, delicate chemistry of the human body. While fruits are undeniably rich in vitamins and fiber, they are also
I don't think I have
overloaded
anything
with
else to
sources of
cook.
sugar, primarily fructose. By eliminating all sources
Yes, I
of
do.
protein and fat,
You know
which are
what?
essential for
After I finish
metabolic
eating this,
regulation
I'm
and
making
insulin
hard-boiled
response,
eggs.
she was subjecting her body to a constant, relentless tsunami.
I
of
could have
Her
cooked hot dogs and cut them up and put them in here too, but
perpetual, high-stakes overdrive, desperately trying to produce enough insulin
that just
to
dawned
manage
on me.
the glycemic load. Over time, her body's exquisitely
About
balanced
an hour
systems
ago.
began to break down under the relentless, sugary assault. She was, in the most literal sense, force-feeding herself into a state of severe, unmanaged diabetes. The end did not come as a gentle, spiritual transcendence. It was a violent, catastrophic metabolic collapse. Her body, starved of essential nutrients and completely overwhelmed by
Oh my
sugar,
God.
entered a state
I
of
may
severe
never use my
diabetic
stovetop again.
ketoacidosis, DKA.
This is so good.
This is a life-threatening condition where, in the absence
Like
of
this
exercise,
tastes like something somebody's
the body
grandmother
needs to
would make.
burn fat for fuel at a frantic,
I outdid
unsustainable
myself on
rate.
this.
This process produces a flood of
Mm.
acidic compounds called ketones, which build up in the bloodstream, turning it toxic. Her body was, in effect,
I wish I
driven from
didn't go to the
inside out by its
dumpster,
own sweetness.
because I'd like to remember what I put in
The
here.
gospel of vibrant health died from a condition directly caused by her own extreme, fatally flawed philosophy. A tragic and ironic testament to the fact that even the purest of foods can become a poison when balance is abandoned for belief.
In retrospect, I should
The
have
American
chopped up these
Thanksgiving holiday
potatoes.
is a time-honored tradition, a symphony of family, football, and culinary ambition. In a quiet Texas suburb, a man named Bill was determined to elevate his family's feast to a legendary new level.
Mm.
He was tired of the dry, oven-roasted turkey of years past. This year, he was going to deep fry it.
Oh
He had
God.
been mesmerized by online videos showcasing the technique. A golden brown, impossibly juicy bird, cooked to perfection in a fraction of the time. It seemed like the pinnacle of modern culinary science. Bill invested in a massive 30-quart outdoor deep fryer, a propane-powered behemoth that looked more like a piece of industrial equipment than a kitchen appliance. On Thanksgiving morning, with the eager and hungry eyes of his entire extended family upon him, he began what he was sure would be his crowning achievement. He set up the fryer on his wooden back porch, a critical first mistake, placing a high-intensity
This stuff's making me
overflow
kinda
next to
tired,
a
too.
highly flammable structure. He then poured in 5 gallons of peanut oil and fired up the powerful burner. As the oil began its slow, shimmering journey to a blistering 350 degrees Fahrenheit,
What am I listening
Bill
to?
retrieved the main event from his freezer, a colossal
The
20-pound
Darwin
turkey.
Awards.
And here, he made his second and most catastrophic error. In his rush and excitement, he had completely forgotten the most crucial, non-negotiable first step of the deep frying process. He had not thawed the turkey. The bird was a solid, dense, 20-pound block of frozen meat and ice. He proudly presented the rock-solid turkey to his family, then, with a confident grin, began to lower it into the cauldron of boiling oil. The moment the frozen turkey submerged into the 350-degree oil, a violent, instantaneous, and unavoidable law of physics took over. The immense, searing heat of the oil instantly turned the solid ice crystals within the turkey's cavity into steam. Water, when it flash boils into steam, expands to more than 100 times its original volume. This explosive expansion, happening deep within the confined space of the pot, acted like a depth charge. A massive, churning volcano of boiling oil erupted from the fryer, shooting a geyser of flammable, atomized grease high into the air. This fiery mist, a perfect fuel-air mixture, immediately made contact with the propane burner's open flame below. The result was not a fire. It was an explosion.
Oh.
A massive fireball engulfed the entire back porch in a fraction of a second, the wooden structure instantly igniting. Bill, who had been standing proudly over his creation, was caught at the epicenter of the blast. His ambitious quest for the perfect crispy Thanksgiving turkey had instead resulted in a devastating pyrotechnic display, a brutal, real-world lesson in thermodynamics, and a powerful argument for simply reading the instructions before you attempt to combine a block of ice with 5 gallons of boiling oil. 5. The vast, majestic landscapes of Yellowstone National Park serve as a powerful reminder of nature's raw, untamed beauty. It's a place where humans are visitors, guests in a world governed by ancient primal rules. For a tourist named Tiffany, however, these rules were merely suggestions, and the park's wild inhabitants were simply props for her meticulously curated social media presence. She had spent her vacation collecting a series of flawless photos, but she needed a showstopper, a viral moment. She found her opportunity in a vast golden meadow in the form of a massive 1-ton bull bison grazing peacefully. To Tiffany, this was not a powerful, unpredictable wild animal with a notoriously short temper. It was the ultimate accessory for a killer's
That's kind of making me calm.
ignoring the numerous, large,
That's-
and very
that's what you
explicit
call
signs
comfort food right
warning
there.
visitors to keep a minimum distance of 25 yards from all wildlife. Tiffany began her approach.
And that he just hits the spot with the perfect accompany.
Warnings, but she waved them off with an annoyed flick of her wrist. She was an artist, and this was her canvas. She walked slowly, deliberately, her phone held out in front of her, a wide, practiced influencer smile already fixed on her face. With each step, she moved deeper into the bison's personal space, a zone of comfort that was rapidly shrinking. The colossal beast, which had been patiently trying to ignore her, finally lifted its massive head and let out a low, rumbling snort, a clear and unambiguous expression of its growing annoyance. Tiffany, in a breathtaking act of misinterpretation, seemed to take this as a sign of begrudging cooperation. For the perfect shot, she needed to get closer. She took a few more steps, turned her back to the 1-ton animal to frame the selfie, and began to pose. This was the final indignity. The bison had had enough. With a speed that was utterly shocking for an animal of its size, it took a single powerful step forward and flicked its head. It wasn't a full-blown aggressive charge. It was a casual, dismissive gesture of pure irritation, the kind of motion a person might use to swat away a persistent fly. But when that swat is delivered by a head the size of a boulder, backed by a ton of muscle, the effect is catastrophic.
I'll say.
The bison's horn caught her, and she was launched a full 10 feet into the air, her phone flying from her hand as she tumbled end over end. She landed with a sickening final thud on the hard-packed earth. Her quest for the perfect shareable moment had ended in a brutal, irreversible reality. The entire horrific event was captured on video by the very tourist who had tried to warn her, a clip that did, in fact, go viral. But as a grim, powerful PSA on why you should never turn your back on a wild animal for the sake of a selfie. 6. The pursuit of the perfect sun-kissed tan is a summer ritual, a cosmetic quest that, for one woman in Belgium, turned into a fatal obsession. Annalise believed that a deep, bronze glow was the pinnacle of beauty, and she was convinced she had developed a revolutionary,
This is so
high-efficiency
good.
method to achieve it. Her technique was a dangerous
Hey
trial,
Ray, how's it going?
a perfectly engineered system for self-destruction. First, she completely eschewed sunscreen, the one product designed to protect the skin from the sun's harmful rays. In its place, she would slather her entire body in a thick, glistening layer of baby oil. This didn't protect her. It did the opposite, effectively basting her skin and accelerating the absorption of UV radiation. Second, her chosen location for this ritual was the flat, black tar roof of her apartment building. The dark surface was a perfect heat sink, absorbing the sun's energy and radiating it back, creating an environment like the floor of an oven. The final and most critical component of her personal tanning accelerator was a large reflective mylar blanket. She would lie on this mirror-like sheet, which would bounce and concentrate the sun's rays back
There's
onto
baby
her
oil on
skin,
that.
ensuring no photon went to waste.
Mm.
She had, in essence, created a personal solar cooker.
Mm.
One scorching July afternoon, with the sun at its zenith and the UV index dangerously high, she put her system into action. She lay down on her reflective blanket, and the intense focused heat was immediate and overwhelming. But to Annalise, this searing heat was a sign of success, the feeling of her skin rapidly achieving its desired bronze hue. The lulling warmth and the gentle city sounds soon conspired against her, and she made her final, fatal mistake. She fell asleep. As she slept, her perfectly designed human oven went to work with a silent, brutal efficiency. The combination of the reflective blanket, the heat radiating roof, and the oil on her skin created a microclimate of inescapable intense heat. Her body's core temperature began to rise at a catastrophic rate. She was, in the most literal sense, being slow cooked. The oil on her skin began to sizzle, causing severe, full-thickness burns across her body, her skin blistering and charring under the relentless solar assault. Internally, the situation was even more dire. Her body temperature soared past the point of no return, inducing a massive, irreversible heat stroke. Her organs were systematically cooked, her brain shutting down under the immense thermal stress. She never woke up from her sunny nap. Her obsessive desire for a beautiful golden tan had led her to create a perfectly engineered death machine, a fatal mistake that turned her quest for a sun-kissed glow into a final, tragic fate. 7. A long, hard day of work
I
often
can't remember
inspires
this.
a deep yearning for a moment of
It's
peace,
put me to sleep
a
too.
quiet place to rest
Have you
and
ever-
recharge. For a warehouse worker in Brazil named Paulo, his sanctuary was his beloved.
What's that?
At the end of his shift,
Oh, that's
he wanted
right, yeah.
nothing more than to string it up and enjoy
Right
a
now, this
well-deserved
shit's
siesta
putting me to sleep,
before
man.
going home.
Have you ever had a food that just
Honestly,
that puts you to
vast
sleep?
open spaces seemed like the perfect place.
I've had a lot
There were
of
plenty
food.
of sturdy steel support beams overhead. The logical
Oh,
and
pardon
safe
me.
choice for anchoring a hammock.
That was half clear in my throat,
But
half
Paulo,
burp.
in a moment of creative and
Uh,
fatally flawed
um,
problem solving, saw a
Like,
better,
there
more
are foods
convenient
out there like
He
the
decided
Austin
against
peanut
using
butter
the high,
crackers,
difficult-to-reach beams.
orange cheese. If I eat
Instead,
enough packs
design
of them,
fell
it'll
upon two
make me
tall,
pass out.
neatly
This is
stacked pallets of concrete bags that
food
stood about
coma
50 feet
inducing.
apart. Each stack rose over 10 feet high, a towering, Jenga-like monument
Hell.
of potential energy. Each bag weighing a solid 50 pounds. To Paulo, these two multi-ton stacks of concrete were not a precarious and unstable hazard. They were the perfect ready-made
I seriously go fall asleep.
His brilliant idea was to tie the ropes of his hammock
Right now, I'm
directly
just
to the
fighting
top
sleep
layers
just so I
of
can
these
finish
two
this.
opposing pallets.
Damn.
He didn't consider the principles of lateral force or the
So
inherent
comforting.
instability of a tall, vertically stacked load.
Mm.
He saw only a simple, elegant solution to his immediate problem. With a grunt of effort, he slung the ropes around the topmost bags of each stack, cinching them tight. The setup looked, to his untrained eye, perfectly secure. He then settled his full weight into the hammock, a contented sigh escaping his lips as he swung gently in his makeshift cradle. That gentle, swinging motion, the very purpose of a hammock, was the catalyst for disaster. His weight, pulling laterally on the top of the two independent stacks, caused one of them to shift just a fraction of an inch. A single bag was dislodged, then another. A slow, inexorable, domino-like collapse began. The shift in one stack created a chain reaction in the other. Before Paulo could even process what was happening, The gentle swinging of his hammock was replaced by the terrifying rumble of tons of shifting concrete. The towering pallets, their structural integrity completely compromised, gave way. A cascade of 50-pound bags of solid cement rained down from above, burying him in a man-made avalanche. His clever shortcut to relaxation had instead created a perfect, inescapable, multi-ton trap, a grim and dusty lesson in the difference between a support beam and a disaster waiting to happen. 8. Superstition can be a comforting thing, a way to feel a sense of control in a chaotic world. But when that superstition evolves into a feeling of absolute invincibility, it can become a one-way ticket to tragedy. In a bustling, traffic-choked city in China, a woman named May lived her life under the protection of what she
Damn.
believed was a powerful magical artifact.
Everybody can stay awake a little longer.
Intricately carved jade charm. It had been blessed by a monk, she claimed, and it made her completely invulnerable to all physical harm. This wasn't just a quaint belief.
Then a
It was
carrot.
the central guiding
What am I
principle of her
eating?
existence. She had come to trust the charm's power
Gumbo.
so completely
Or cabinet,
that she had abandoned
cabinet
all
stew.
forms of common sense and
Cabinet stew,
self-preservation.
cabinet soup,
The
cabinet
most
gumbo,
dramatic demonstration of this unwavering faith was her daily routine of crossing the
and
city's
iced tea.
busiest, most dangerous intersections. She wouldn't
Ugh.
wait for the walk signal. She wouldn't look both ways. She would simply step off the curb and into the roaring river of cars, buses, and scooters, a serene, confident smile on her face. To her horrified friends and family, it was a terrifying spectacle. To May, it was a constant affirmation of her magical protection. She would claim that fate,
Yeah.
guided by the power of her jade charm, would protect
little
her.
can of chicken,
For months in a stunning
green
display of
beans,
pure
corn,
divine luck, it seemed to work.
potatoes,
Cars
can
would
of,
screech to a halt just inches from her.
chicken noodle soup,
Scooters would swerve violently to avoid her.
and dark
Each
red
witness was,
kidney
in her
beans.
mind, further proof of her invulnerability. She wasn't lucky, she was charmed. One busy afternoon, her luck, which had been
Good.
stretched to its absolute breaking point, finally snapped. She approached a particularly chaotic, multi-lane intersection, the traffic a blur of motion. Without a moment's hesitation, she stepped directly off the curb and into the path of a large, fully loaded city bus, whose driver was struggling to navigate the congested roadway. She didn't look. She didn't listen. She simply walked, her hand clutching the jade charm in her pocket, her faith absolute. The bus driver, seeing her step into his path at the last possible second, slammed on his brakes, the hiss of the air brakes, and the screech of tires on asphalt a sudden, violent sound. But a 20-ton vehicle does not stop on a dime. May looked up, her serene smile finally faltering as she was confronted with the massive, unyielding steel grille of the bus. In that final, horrifying moment, she learned a brutal and irreversible lesson in physics. Jade, for all its spiritual significance and beauty,
Gay and hungry.
is significantly softer and less
Yeah.
durable than
I know a
several
few
tons
guys
of
that make me
steel.
thirsty.
Her magical charm offered her no protection at all, proving that while fate may be a comforting concept, traffic is a very real and very unforgiving force. 9. The global
I'm talking, they got me
positioning
wanting to
system,
drink
or
from the
GPS, is a modern marvel, a technological miracle that has made getting lost a thing of the past for most people.
Do I?
It is a wonderful and reliable service.
Yeah.
For a man
And I'm
named
damn
Lee
good at it,
Robert,
too.
however, it was
I
about
should
to be
know.
a terrible and very
I'm double jointed,
master.
and
Robert was
I'm
trying
gonna
to
share this
find
once with you, and I hope I don't get in trouble by
trying to find
YouTube.
a seaside restaurant. He had
But when I
tracked
was
the
18, I used to be
address into his
able
car's
to
satellite navigation
go down on
system, or
myself.
SatNav, and was now blindly following its calm,
Pardon
reassuring,
me.
digitally synthesized voice. In 200 yards,
I was super
your
flexible, and it
the
took
voice
me
instructor.
like 3 years to be able to
His
bend my
eyes
body
fixed on the road
forward
ahead,
that far.
saw a right turn approaching
do
and
that.
dutifully flicked his turn signal.
And then
The
I
road was dark and it was raining lightning. The
I
white
had
police car
something
was
happen to
steady
me in my life where I
automatic
couldn't be
He
doing
failed to
that.
notice the warning signs, slick with rain, that
But if
indicated
I
his turn was not a road,
didn't have
but
that
a
something
public
happen
road.
to me,
A steep,
I would probably still be
altitude-covered
able to do
concrete
that.
ramp designed specifically to lead directly into the freezing, dark waters of the river. He was so focused on obeying the machine's command that he had
Course
stopped
one,
processing
done.
visual information from the real world around him. He made the turn. The car's tires instantly lost traction on a slippery, steep decline, and the vehicle began to slide uncontrollably towards the water. For a moment, there was a sense of weightlessness, and then a violent cold impact as the car plunged into the river. The vehicle, its nose heavy with the engine, immediately began to sink. The cold, dark water poured in through the vents, and the car's electrical system short-circuited with a fizz and a pop, plunging him into total darkness. Panic and cold, stark terror set in. As his car sank into the murky depths,
I swear I
a
need a
nearby fisherman
humidifier.
heard his final, desperate, and utterly baffling
I hope,
screams, a
I
cry
hope I'm
not
not
of
getting
terror,
sick.
but of pure, indignant confusion. But the sat-nav told me to turn here.
Bricks up.
He had followed his technology's instructions with such blind, unquestioning faith that even in his
What's
final
bricks
moments,
up?
he seemed to blame the machine for leading him astray, rather than himself.
What's that
refusing to
mean?
Look where he was going. He had abdicated his own
Isn't
common
this
sense in
cute?
favor of a digital command, a fatal mistake that turned a helpful tool
Do
into
I,
an electronic executioner. 10.
Depends.
In the lush, rolling hills of rural Brazil, a woman
I can't, I've been with way too many men to do everything the same, so.
she designed herself.
I'd,
To save money and embrace
I mean, I've been
the
with over
comfort
5,000.
and lifestyle, she had built her house directly into the side of a steep hill, with much of the structure being
So I
set
swallow, I spit,
the most distinctive
I get
feature was
facials.
its roof, which was nearly level with the pasture on the hillside above. Instead of traditional shingles, she had used a simple.
Do I like Ricky Martin? Oh, hell yeah, I do.
corrugated tin roof, believing it would be
Who
sufficient.
doesn't? He's
Sophia
fine
also
as
had a
hell,
neighbor,
a
cattle
good
rancher,
singer,
with
got
whom she
good
had a
beat to his
friendly,
music.
open pasture agreement. His herd of large, heavy Zebu cattle was free to roam, and they often grazed on the grassy hill where her house was nestled. This idyllic pastoral scene, however, contained the seeds of a bizarre and tragic disaster. One lazy, warm afternoon, a particularly curious one-ton cow wandered a bit further down the hill than usual. It ambled onto the flat, grassy patch that was, unbeknownst to it, the thin tin roof of Sophia's living room. The cow, simply doing what cows do, stood there for a moment, enjoying the view. But a
Is there a
corrugated
film,
tin roof, supported by a few wooden beams, is designed to keep out the rain, not to support the weight of a creature that is essentially a four-legged
This will be
truck.
done in about a minute. My
With a
dessert.
sudden, terrifying groan of tortured metal and snapping wood, the roof gave way.
Oh, I thought, man, I can't even see. I need glasses. I can't, I gotta get all the way up there to see what's on, what you guys are saying.
A quiet afternoon nap. The impact of a one-ton animal falling from a height of 10 feet was catastrophic. Sophia's dream of living
I would say
in
my
nature
spirit animal
was
would be the
violent
octopus.
and utterly surreal end.
Smart,
Crushed by a cow
they know how to
brought in
escape,
for a visit. It was a
situations, they know how to
and a powerful argument
survive,
that when you build your house into a hill, it's probably
and
a good idea to invest in a
they
very good
have-
solid roof
they're good
to
suckers.
defense. One, you're on Lake Washington. Your
They
jet
suck.
ski battery is dead. You have a charger. What do you absolutely not do? This guy did it. And in doing so,
And they
he provided a
squirt
lesson
huge
in electrical
loads
engineering
of
so
ink,
powerful,
that
so
is.
brutally efficient, it should be the final exam for every physics student on the planet. Our story begins on a perfect sun-drenched afternoon in Washington State. Our hero. let's
What
call
am
him
I, a
Rodney,
seahorse?
was
How the hell can I...
carving
You
up
know
the
what?
crystal
I
clear
can't
water
ask
on his
questions
power
like that
projection.
because I'm dead.
But as he was miles from shore, his glorious high-speed adventure came to a
I
sputtering
literally
halt
can't
beside
ask questions like that.
The battery was
I
dead.
can't,
It's an annoying but
I
ultimate
can't
manageable
question the
problem.
impossible and
Rodney
question reality
was
from not
forced
reality
to
because
wasn't about to paddle his
I'm
way
dead.
to shore. He managed
I
to
literally am
climb
dead.
down
Look me up
past
on
the
People
boat and get
Finder.
a tow back to a private dock
And I'm gonna make
power
this.
boat.
I'm just adding water and putting it in the
A
microwave
simple,
for a
straightforward
minute.
plan he probably used on his car a
Might
dozen
as well.
times. He was just going to give the battery a quick charge. He ran to his car, grabbed a standard battery charger and a long extension cord, and plugged it into the 110-volt outlet on the dock. He then attached the booster cables to the charger, the little alligator clips glinting in the sunlight. Now, here is where a person with a basic, even rudimentary understanding of electricity would have paused. They would have considered the fact that their jet ski was currently sitting in a large conductive body of water. They might have thought, perhaps I should pull the jet ski out of the water first. But Rodney was not a man for pausing or overthinking. He was a man of action, a man who saw a problem and a solution, and couldn't be bothered with the pesky details in between. He stood on the dock, holding the live, energized booster cables in his hands. the electricity humming silently, patiently, waiting for a place to go. And then, he made his final, fatal decision. He leaped from the dock, back onto his jet ski, which was, I must reiterate, sitting in the lake. The moment his feet, slick with water, touched the wet surface of the jet ski, he became the perfect bridge, the perfect conductor. The electricity which had been patiently waiting in the cables suddenly had a direct, unimpeded superhighway to the ground, with the lake serving as the world's largest grounding plate. And Rodney's body was the on-ramp. 110 volts of raw household current surged through his body, using his heart, his nerves, his entire being as its personal conductor. The result was instantaneous and absolute. For a glorious millisecond, he was the world's most effective and most flamboyantly expired human grounding wire. He had successfully connected the power source to the ground. He just forgot that he wasn't supposed to be part of the circuit. 2. In an attempt to evade taxes, a man built a secret, unventilated basement room to hide his assets, creating a monument to his own paranoia and a perfect, self-contained tomb. This is a story about a man who was so terrified of the government taking his money that he ended up paying a price far greater than any tax bill. Our protagonist was a man who saw the IRS not as a government agency, but as a relentless shadow.
Hey, have you all seen
that
the
wanted to
movie,
steal the fruits of his labor.
Scary Movie?
He was a fiscal prepper, a man who believed in keeping his assets liquid, and preferably hidden.
Shopping list.
He decided he needed a vault, a secret sanctuary where he could stash his cash and valuables, a place completely off the books and invisible to the prying eyes of
Have you guys ever seen the movie Scary Movie? The original. Remember when the news reporter fell and was running and she fell and snot was just pouring and it looked like water?
It was his masterpiece.
I literally just had that happen to me out in the kitchen.
He was so committed to its
Like
secrecy,
water
he needed
came
to
running
solve
out my
the
nose.
regulation
It wasn't
because
blood, it wasn't snot, it was just water.
He wanted it to be a perfect, airtight,
It was weird, it was
impenetrable box.
freaky.
He probably spent his evenings down there, counting his money, admiring
How the
his own
fuck did my nose turn into a
safe and
fucking
secure
faucet?
in his fortress of fiscal solitude. One scorching hot summer, a heat wave descended upon his town. The temperature soared, and his house became an oven. But he had a secret weapon, his cool, underground concrete bunker. While the rest of the world sweltered, he had his own personal, naturally air-conditioned man cave. One particularly brutal afternoon, he decided to retreat to his sanctuary to escape the heat. He went down into the cool, quiet darkness of his secret room,
Now?
probably with a feeling of smug satisfaction. He decided to take a nice, relaxing nap. He lay down, the cool concrete a welcome relief, and drifted off to sleep, surrounded by his treasures, completely safe from the world. But he had created a perfect trap, and he was
Because
the
I'm
only
gonna be
victim.
drinking out of it and I'm
The
gonna be
room was
dipping in it.
completely airtight. As he slept, he was doing what all living things do, breathing. He was inhaling the limited supply of oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. With every single breath, he was ever so slightly, imperceptibly, poisoning his own atmosphere. There were no vents to bring in fresh air. There were no cracks to let the CO2 escape. The concentration of carbon dioxide in the small, sealed room began to rise, slowly, silently. It's a gentle, insidious killer. It doesn't choke you, it just slowly displaces the oxygen in your blood until your brain and body quietly shut down. He never woke up. He was slowly asphyxiated by the very air he was exhaling,
Well, piss.
a victim of his own genius security measures. He had
It
built
just
a
dawned
room
on me
so
that
secure, so perfectly
just drank all my
sealed to keep
milk.
the government out,
Well, I
that
just
it
poured it
ended
in
up
my
keeping
cup
the one
and
thing he needed to survive.
oh,
Oxygen out
emergency
as well.
stash.
3. Seeking a cleaner cut for his lawn, a man attached
There.
sharpened helicopter blades to his push mower's engine.
And
A
just
decision
cool
that
a little
proves the
bit.
road to a perfectly manicured lawn is sometimes paved with catastrophic, world-endingly
You know,
bad ideas. Our story
I
is
haven't
about
had
Urban
apples
Dad,
and
a
cinnamon,
weekend worker of the lawn.
almost
A
call
man
it
whose
cereal,
entire sense of
oatmeal since I
self-worth
was a
tied to
kid.
the lushness of his turf. He
But
wasn't content with just a
taste
good
buds
lawn.
change,
He
so
wanted a green
I,
velvet carpet, a putting green
if
so perfect
if
it
they
would make
change
the
the way I
groundskeepers
think they
manifest
did,
a national
then I'm
heat
gonna
wave.
like this.
But his standard push
But when I was a
mower
kid,
just wasn't cutting it.
I couldn't get
It
past
let
it. Like
stray blades, an
apples
uneven finish.
and oatmeal
He
kind of
needed more.
grossed me out. The
More
freeze-dried
power,
ones,
more precision. He needed a better blade, And as he sat in his garage staring at his trusty mower,
A Fruit
bolt of
Loop
pure,
necklace.
unadulterated testosterone-fueled genius struck him.
I'm out of sugar. I don't have any left.
He needed a helicopter blade. He had somehow acquired a set of smaller,
You know,
perfect rotor blades.
it's pretty
perhaps
good.
From a surplus store or a very questionable online auction. To him, they weren't just pieces of aviation equipment.
Yep. When I was a
They were
kid, I
the
couldn't
keys
eat
of
this.
lawn care perfection. He spent an entire weekend on his project, a suburban Dr. Frankenstein.
But give me brown
creating
sugar and
his
cinnamon
He
oatmeal.
removed the mower's dull, safe
Ooh.
factory standard blade.
Hey,
He then, with a
you guys remember the-
and
the-
complete disregard
the
for laws
90s,
of
those
physics and
dinosaur egg
engineering,
oatmeal?
managed to
That was
render
my
heavy
shit.
aerodynamic helicopter blades to his mower's
I don't care how old I am.
powered engine. He
I'll
called
get
this
me
the
some
fastest
dinosaur egg
creation,
oatmeal.
a standard push mower.
Some foods, you know, I don't give a fuck if they're for kids. I'll eat them. I ate them when I was a kid. Ain't gonna stop just because I grew up.
It looked glorious. The day of the first test run arrived. He wheeled his monstrous creation,
Water.
his Lawn Copter 3000, out onto his pristine lawn.
I
He
ha-
pulled the
if I
string.
microwave
The
milk,
small engine
it just does
sputtered to
something.
life,
Like
and
it'll
the
start
massive
boiling
helicopter
too
blades
quickly.
began to spin, slowly at
Um,
first, then faster and faster.
Then my microwave turns out to be a disaster.
It screamed. It created a terrifying whirlwind of grass, dirt, and pure, concentrated danger. For a few brief, glorious seconds, his invention worked.
I'm gonna try something. Hold on
The
now.
blades were cutting the grass
I better not.
with almost surgical precision. But the tiny lawnmower engine was not designed to handle the immense torque and gyroscopic forces of a set of helicopters.
Guys, do you hear music?
Shaking itself apart, cold strain,
Music just covered the.
and then, with a sound like a gunshot,
I can't hear what they're saying. The music is just. Yep, I'm done. Why can't anything in life be normal? Or my afterlife? That's one damn question. It's an afterlife. It's not supposed to be normal, I guess. What else has an afterlife that I can ask? Do you ever have a normal day in the afterlife? Crap. Now I'm gonna crunch these bastards up because they're already broken. So I'm gonna crunch these bastards up and throw them in my oatmeal. See how that's gonna do. Aw, thank you, Hike. Yes. Occupational click. What's that? How do you eat graham crackers? Throw them in some apple cinnamon, apple oatmeal. I don't have sugar. But I got grahams. Do you guys hear that elevator music? Seriously, comment if you hear elevator music. Please let me know. Do you hear elevator music? And did it just come on, or am I all of a sudden have I snapped and gone crazy? Because they put an audio track over top of this. As far as yes, thank you. I literally have to confirm certain things. Ooh, I just created a little crust with that over top of the oatmeal. A little crust. That was good. Now. Oh. Oh, it's Nirvana. That's fucking Nirvana. Holy shit. Do that with your fucking apple cinnamon oatmeal. God damn. Oh my god. Oh. Yo, that's an orgasm. Oh my god, if this was a person, I'd get naked and make love to it. Ah. This order on the court, is it? Nope, half sharpshooters. Mm. Mm. God damn, this is good. Mm. Oh my God, it's so good. Mm. Oh, do I want a crunch? No, that'd be too much. I was thinking about granola bar, but no. I'm not going to paint the big cock.
What are you waking me up for? Something in the head is a bullet. No bullets going through that skull.
Huh.
Hey, what's he? The skeeter, I can't sleep. Lay down or I'll put you to sleep. Oh! What's the matter, you nuts? I saw it again. Oh, yeah, I tell you. What? Pipe down, you guys. You spoiled the whole war for me. What of it? Nothing, I was just saying. Now go back to sleep and keep quiet. That's great news, Major. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cease firing. The war is over. The war is over. Oh, boy. Hooray! Well, I'll be... Oh, come here. Come on. Oh, it's only you, Sergeant. So, you're still yellow. Not me. I'm in the pink. Oh. Oh. Now you're in the black. Oh, those guns, you blowing idiots. We can enjoy this war if it wasn't for you. Yeah, but it's too late now. The war is over. They're calling it off. Heal up bones. Mansur, Masur. Mansur, Masur. Masur. L'chaim.
Ha.
All right. You fuck.
Huh.
Never mind him. We're going home. Home. Whoopee! Hooray! Home! Yo! Lafayette, we have come.
Huh.
Thanks, Sarge. Thanks, Hal. For what? For this. And this. And this. Huh. Thank you, me for beating me up? Sure. They take her into this. It's not like we're wounded in action. Look. Say, this discharge means we're through, don't it? Yeah. And we don't have to take any more orders from you? That's right. So what? That's all we wanted to know. No hard feelings, is there, Sarge? No.
I do love the Stooges.
I'll let you out in a minute. Ah, Sergeant, break arms, eh? Peel the potatoes, eh? Step aside, washing the floors, eh? Blankets people's eyes, eh? Oh, tough guy, huh? Shut up here. Here. Oh, Sarge, toodaloo. I'll rise the ball. Oh, nice. Time. Marches on.
Mm. No, albino Oreo.
Look!
Uh,
Oh boy, look at
damn.
this. Look at this. Some people have all the luck.
All this comfort food. God damn, I'm like